So after World War II, Germany was laying in ruins because of all the raids and such coming from people trying to destroy them. So they were divided between the USSR, Great Britain, France, and the USA. And then Berlin lied deep in the Soviet territory, so they were also divided between the four countries. About Germany, living conditions in the east were starting to deteriorate. Citizens began to immigrate from East Germany using Berlin as their escape. They would go from East Germany to East Berlin to West Berlin to West Germany, and then they're free. And 3.5 million citizens fled East Germany to move to West Germany, and this became known as the brain drain because a lot of the people leaving were educated pretty good. The rise of the wall. On August 12, 1961, 87 miles of fence was laid around West Germany, and no one really knew this was going to happen, so some people were away from their homes that night. Whatever side of the wall they were on that night is where they stayed for the next 30 years. A lot of people were separated from families and such. So, over its 28 years, there were many changes to the wall. There were four major forms. The first one was just a barbed wire fence, quick to lay out. Didn't really keep people in very well, so about a year later they started construction on a cinder block wall that had barbed wire on top, and this helped keep people in a little better, but still, people were still escaping, so they decided to improve it again. They moved to a steel reinforced concrete wall, which was pretty good. It lasted for about 10 years, but they decided they wanted more protection and more keeping in power, so they moved on to a 12-foot tall concrete wall, and this also had an iron pipe on top to keep people from getting hurt while scaling it. And then the death strip. This was the area in front of the wall that was full of many barriers and such. Some of them, the barriers were an additional wall, an electric fence that also acted as a trip, like a sensor, so wherever the electric fence was touched, it would send a signal to the watchtowers telling, oh, there's someone here, shoot it. Then there were attack dogs trained to kill German shepherds, go for the throat, bite through bone. They had watchtowers with armed soldiers. They would shoot whenever they saw someone, kill them. And there were also tripwire alarms to show where people are. Some more stuff was they had anti-car trenches, so you couldn't drive your car through and ram it into a wall. They had anti-tank obstacles. That was just mainly for in case someone decided to come and try to raid them. So they had nail beds, which were basically nails sticking up out of the ground. If you tried to walk on them, it didn't really end too well for you. You would get a bunch of nails in your foot and you couldn't really walk anymore. And they had a barbed wire fence. So this is a picture of the death strip. This is a wall. That's the electric fence there, and that's the dogs. They had one fence on each side. Well, they had two fences, and then the dogs were inside. So you hopped one fence, you landed, a dog came and killed you, and you didn't get over the second one. If you did get over the second one, then you got into the tripwires, all that stuff, the watchtowers, people shooting at you. They had a road for people to patrol. There you see the tank obstacles, the nail beds, and then the Berlin Wall itself. So escape attempts. During the existence of the Berlin Wall, there were about 5,000 successful escapes. About 150 people were killed or died while trying to cross the wall. The first death was Gunter Littfen, and there you see a memorial. He was it says, here lies the first victim of the Berlin Wall. So some of the escape strategies, there was jumping out of apartment windows that were near the wall. This was kind of idiotic. A lot of people died jumping from third-story windows. I don't see them. Okay, and then jumping fences. This was in the earlier days when there were just fences. Hot air balloons. A family made a hot air balloon. Some people dug tunnels. They used sewer systems underneath the ground, and crashing cars into the wall, which was kind of suicidal. So the fall of the wall. In 1989, tensions of the Cold War began to decrease. On November 9th, 1989, demolition of the wall began. East and West Berliners flocked to the wall to take their part in destroying it. And Berliners gathered in the streets and celebrated all night. There were about 2 million people that crossed from East Berlin to West Berlin and celebrated in the streets, drinking some beer. And a year after the borders of East and West Germany, or East and West Berlin opened, East and West Germany reunified. And I got a video here. Maybe. No, let's open. No, it's a different video. Okay.
Of Borderland. This is what it looks like at the start of the 1980s. The fortifications are continually reinforced and expanded.
Watchtower.
The area along the restricted zone is patrolled not only by soldiers, but also by the East German police and other watchful agents. Preventing people from fleeing communist East Germany is an elaborate and expensive operation. Two soldiers guard a 200-meter stretch of border here. In total, there are 12,000 border troops posted in Berlin. The next obstacle is a signal fence. Touch it, and a silent alarm goes off. Soldiers in the watchtowers can immediately see where the alarm has been triggered. The would-be escapee doesn't know it, but the guards are already aware of what is happening and where. The guards in the tower can alert other troops along the border and direct their operations. At night, the no man's land around the border is lit up bright as day. In the west, this area is known as the Death Strip, a place where East German border guards will shoot to kill as a last resort to prevent an escape. The Berlin Wall claims 136 lives. The Church of Reconciliation is surrounded by the Death Strip. The wall separates the church from its parish, most which lies in the west.
All right. That's that.